Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he says something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jake when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call it Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles stand in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I can get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress. She a bomb, change it, dish served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fast for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
One thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah. Fuck, I'm talking about that. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must don't understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But they cracker trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Fuck on me, nigga. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But your pussy boy, but you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't know that shit, that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that. Boy, get shot at the top, that's a toe tag. Lame man, cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica. I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hate. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas, and I don't give a fuck what they be hating on, cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch flowing. Hey. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel, kill a big kid. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the real. Nigga, I'm ready for the war, nigga. But they crack trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Scarface. They up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians, cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel. Always just a kid, shoot 'em up the hill. Gotta keep it still, now nigga for real. Any boy that they talking about. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand. On the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy wanna hate, soft toucan, Sam ass nigga. I told you for that nigga don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, the deck on my hip with the stand-up clip. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a body for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. Ain't no head hunters. Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
Go ahead, clap it up. Shalom, Israel, where the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK Austin, Tuesday Brotherhood class, right? And the title of tonight's class is Your Oppressor Salakia. Let me fix this. Choose this. Right? Good night. All right. Your oppressor chooses his heroes by the amount of blood that they spill. You see, yesterday, while the men, women, and children in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, right, as we were, most high in Christ, as we were celebrating the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles, right? Everybody in the world, they was observing Columbus Day. You see, this is the problem. We observe all the days except the days that the Lord tells us to, right? And we observe all the oppressors' days. But which well, you do know it. You do know that Christopher Columbus came over here, and him coming over here to the shores of America, there was a lot of blood spilled. You see, we have been made to believe that we have the same opportunities. That all you have to do is pull yourself up by your bootstrap. And if you work hard and if you live the American way and the American dream, that for you everything will turn out right. But that is not the truth. That is a lie that we are told, right? Because they're going to choose them and they will never choose you. Okay? So we have to understand, right? And that's why you need to come in here. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commandant General Yohanan. This is the home of the truth, where you are going to get the truth, where all the lies are dispelled, right? So we have to understand. We have to understand when you go out there. So, and a lot of people, they knew what Columbus did, right? So they won't celebrate or adhere to Columbus, but you know what they're gonna be doing the last or second to last Thursday, I don't know what it is, in November. They're going to be celebrating what? They're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving. There wouldn't be no Thanksgiving. There wouldn't be none of that without Christopher Columbus. And see, a lot of us, we think the slave trade started with with the so-called blacks being brought over, right? It didn't. They came here to America, and then they paraded all the natives here up to, they paraded us up to Spain, and that's how we became slaves over there. Okay, let me, yeah, let me get the Bible, then let me get a couple articles, then we're going back to the Bible. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 33 and 9.
Shalom, Lord Christ, everyone.
Most High in Christ.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 9. Some of them hath he made high days, and hallowed them, and some of them hath he made ordinary days.
You see, all those days that we celebrate in America, all those days that your oppressor has hollowed, God calls those ordinary days. Christmas is a ordinary day. December 25th, the day that a mother is going to go out and sell her body to get a bad child Jordans, a PlayStation 5, right? She's going to go out and sell her body for a day that is ordinary to the Lord. It's not a day that He made high. It's not a day that matters. See, He made days that mattered. And those days that mattered, you could find those in the Bible. You could just watch us. Just watch the ISUPK. And you will see the days that matter to God. But if you look at the world, you're going to see ordinary days. Read that again. Juggernaut, you there?
Con, I don't con. Let me get back there. I had to plug my phone up. It was about to die.
Yeah. No sweat. Hey, I know how it is. Hey, we in hell. We come into these classes, barely making it, barely have a charge on our phone, barely everything. Right?
Slacky, I don't want. What's that precept again?
Ecclesiasticus 33:9.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this is important for our people to understand. Shout out Sister Mariah. That is a pillar. That is a pillar in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Right there. Right? Read that again.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them hath he made high days and hallowed them, and
You
some of
see,
them,
so the Lord, there are some days He took and He hallowed them and made them high days. Those are your high holy days. Those are your holidays. Continue.
con I don't want con, and hallowed them, and some of them hath he made ordinary days.
And some of those days, He made ordinary days. And what you need to understand, you will go out. It's the 4th of July. You're going to buy all the pork products you could find. And then you're going to throw them on the grill. And then before anybody can eat, Yaganan, I got to stand in some long circle so everybody could pray. So everybody can pray to God about something that He hates. That's why He says some of them He made high days and hallowed them. And some He made ordinary days. Right? So you got to understand, yesterday to us was a high holy day because we was closing out the feast. But to the world, that holiday that they celebrated, that they reverenced, you know what that was? That was an ordinary day. Okay? All right, I need to get Younger now. You got something I can send this to you in? Hold on, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna give you everything.
You sent it
Let
to
me
my
take
phone.
this. Let me go to the Gmail. Y'all bear with us 1 second. Let me compose. I'm gonna send it to you this way. Well, I bet I could just do this. Hold on 1 second. Y'all bear with us 1 second. I can just go to what I said. And then forward this. Y'all get on. What's your email? Can you text it to me?
Con,
Y'all bear with us 1 second. Because we are going to get on the oppressor tonight. We're going to get on the oppressor. We're going to bring up everything that we need to bring up. Okay? Ooh-wee. All right, now let me go here. Let me put this in here. No, I want to do that. Okay. Come on, man. All right, no sweat. All right, let's see, 26. God damn. Really? I see you, Yaganai. Hey, I see that email. I see that email. God damn. Okay.
con.
All right, let me get that. Let me forward this over to you. Let me take that over there and this one. All right. Okay. Okay. Salakia. All right, we back. Okay. You could go ahead with the Trump reinstates
Con.
Columbus Day.
Trump calls Christopher Columbus the original American hero.
The what?
The original American hero.
You see, Donald Trump, he calls Christopher Columbus the original American hero. The reason he calls him that is because of the slaughter of the Lord's people. The children of God, they have gotten slaughtered under the command of Christopher Columbus. So that's why, right? That is why your oppressor, the reason your oppressor does the things he does is because we don't stand up for ourselves. If we look at the fake, if we look at the other people who say they are who we are, with them, they don't let nothing happen to their nation. They don't let nothing come about them. None of that, right? You can't say anything about them because if you do that, you're anti-Semitic, right? That's how we need to be. We need to stand for something because Trump is calling Christopher Columbus an original. He calling him OG Yagana, the
Con.
original American hero. Let's go ahead and get this story. Go ahead and read it.
As he sidesteps Indigenous Peoples Day, we're back, Italians. While proclaiming Columbus Day as a federal holiday, the president lashed out at Americans who have acknowledged the Italian explorer controversial legacy.
And I want to tell y'all something about Trump. All right. So what y'all don't know about Trump is that when all his regular friends wouldn't give him money, when they stopped giving him money because he was going bankrupt all the time, do you know what happened? He started getting money from the mafia. And what we all know in America is that the mafia loves and reverences Christopher Columbus. He is a national hero in the house of all Italians. Continue reading.
This is highlighted. It says, need to know. President Donald Trump is proclaiming that left wing arsonists have destroyed and dishonored the memorial of Christopher Columbus.
He said left wing arsonist, right? Let me put this word out. Let me see what that even. I'm gonna grab a definition real quick for this because they use words and they just crazy with it. It says a person who it says an arsonist, a person who commits arson. Police believe the arsonist was responsible for the fire. So what Trump is telling you right now is you trying to have Indigenous Day and them taking away Columbus Day is arson. It is burning the history of America. And no devil, oppressor, white man is wants to allow that. Continue reading.
Khan in a fiery holiday proclamation, the president refused to acknowledge Indigenous Peoples Day, instead reclaiming Columbus Day as a federal holiday and glorifying the Italian explorer
That's
as
why he wants to glorify the Italian explorer. Continue.
the original American hero.
He is the original American hero because he is inferior. Your oppressor believes that he is inferior to you. He believes he is better than you. I know y'all seen Commander General Yohana destroy that devil who couldn't hang with us. He couldn't be us. So he got real disrespectful. You see, all of these oppressors are real disrespectful. But what I realized, because of the truth, they're allowed to be. Because of the truth, because I follow Christ, I have things that I have to adhere to. But that's what I realized. The oppressor always takes advantage of the people who follow God. Because they know the people who follow God isn't going to bring any harm to them. When really, we could do whatever the hell we want to y'all. And y'all think y'all so tough. But see, they have glorified this Italian explorer as an American hero. And not only as an American hero, but as the first. Yaganan, they calling him the first American hero. Continue reading.
Khan. Columbus accidental 1492 discovery of the Caribbean islands in the name of the Spanish crown opened indigenous people up to the ravage of European diseases, as well as their mass enslavement and deportation.
Damn. Ain't that what's going on today?
Coming out on con, they love deportation. They love that out of them.
Little
Even back
we.
then,
That's why I said it said Columbus accidental 1492 discovery of the Caribbean. It wasn't accidental. I'm going to show y'all how Columbus knew about all of this. He knew it with this apocrypha. He knew where we went. He knew where to go. Okay, continue reading.
President Donald Trump is proclaiming that left-wing arsonists have destroyed and dishonored the memory of Christopher Columbus, the Italian
Mhm.
explorer credited with initiating the European colonization of the Americas.
Continue.
Ahead of Indigenous Peoples Day on October the 13th, a widely accepted alternative to Columbus Day that acknowledges Native American perspective of colonization. Trump shared a lengthy proclamation that sought to reclaim Columbus as a true American hero and reestablish his holiday.
He said, "I don't give a damn what y'all went through. I'm going to reestablish this day. This day that was taken away in 2021 and made Indigenous Day. I'm going to make it back to Columbus Day because the people who love Columbus, right? The Italians. Do y'all know who the Italians was? Who knows who the Italians was? Think
Uh,
of. Go ahead.
the Italians came over here and they were gangsters and thugs and damn criminals out of them.
Yeah, they were, but who were they before then?
Oh, okay. And biblical.
Biblical.
Uh, was it Slovakia? Was it the Greeks? I'm not for sure.
No, the Romans.
Romans. That's right. That's right.
The Romans. The Romans listened to your Christian leaders and they unalive Christ. See, this is the thing. All the time people talk about Christ. And if he was here today, if Christ was on the earth today, 99.9% of the earth would hate him. The only ones who would love him is the ISUPK. Everybody else outside of us would hate Christ. Continue reading.
Today, our today our nation honors the legacy of Christopher Columbus, the original American hero, a giant of Western civilization and one of the most gallant and visionary men to ever walk the face of the earth.
You see, Christopher Columbus is a giant. All those giants and all those Nephilims and all those that y'all talk about all the time. You know who was a giant? You know who was big in his time? Christopher Columbus. Continue reading.
Going out of my con, Trump wrote in part, "This Columbus Day, we honor his life with reverence and gratitude, and we pledge to reclaim his extraordinary legacy of faith, courage, perseverance, and virtue from the left-wing arsonists who have
See,
sought to
when
destroy."
your oppressor unalives you, it's called courage. It's called extraordinary. It's called perseverance. It's called virtue. That's what it's called when your oppressor destroys you. Continue reading.
Arsonists who have sought to destroy his name and dishonor his memory.
It's saying arsonist. Arsonist, we know, means fire, burning something down. Who has burned down anything on the level of your oppressor? Nobody. Continue reading.
He continued outrageously. In recent years, Christopher Columbus has been a prime target of a vicious and merciless campaign to erase our history.
Yaganot.
Slander,
Yaganot, hold on. It said that Christopher Columbus has been a prime target of vicious and merciless campaign to erase our history. Do you see how the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of?
Con,
How the hell Christopher Columbus, reading the Apocrypha, coming to a land where he knew we were at? How is he the prime target of vicious attacks, of merciless attacks, of a campaign to erase the histories of white Americans? How the hell do we have a day every day since I was born about this bastard if he is so tucked away, if he is so victimized, if he is so targeted viciously? Continue reading.
con. Target of a vicious and merciless campaign to erase our history, slander our heroes, and attack our heritage before our eyes. Left wing radicals toppled his statues, vandalized his monuments, tarnished his character, and sought to exile him from our public spaces.
Isn't America supposed to take down all of those statues of all of those devils? We got a gang of crackers out here with a statue that should be torn down. So they're saying, Yagana, these are vicious and merciless attacks because they vandalized his monuments. So Yagana, while you up in a hut, and he comes in and he takes and unalives your whole family, that's not merciless. That's not vicious. But if you talk about what he done, Yaganan, then you're attacking the America's heroes before
Con,
their eyes. It says before their eyes. So in their eyes, this is a people that Christians tell you to love, Yaganan.
con,
They're telling you to love them. But in their eyes, if you tarnish the character or you speak out or you sought exile from the public sources, then you are the one who is in the wrong. Continue reading.
con. During the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests following the murder of George Floyd, some of Columbus were targeted. Some statues of Columbus were targeted for removal in the same way as those of Confederate leaders. Under my leadership, Trump promised in his proclamation those days are finally over and our nation will now abide by a simple truth. Christopher Columbus was a true American hero, and every citizen is eternally indebted to his relentless determination.
What about the citizens that were already over here, that already had this land and were striving and doing great? They're indebted too. So the Native Indians that they harassed, that they unalived, that they abused, it's saying you are indebted to them as well. It says our nation will now abide by a simple truth. Christopher Columbus was a true American hero, and every citizen should eternally indebted his relentless determination. That is what you're supposed to be given to the Most High, not to Christianity. Continue reading.
Yeah. So like the other one,
Go ahead.
our people don't seem to get this because Christopher Columbus felt that our people was beneath him, and he felt that we needed to be controlled, enslaved, deported back to his country just to be used and just to be trained to follow their ways and their customs, their languages and their beliefs. I mean, Trump in America is doing the same thing. They all have the same agenda, and we so goddamn stupid. We don't even see that they look at us a certain kind of way to where we're beneath them, but we need to be controlled. They just need us for. They just need our services. They just need our women. They just need our children, because of course, if they go into one of our women, all they do is what produce their own. So they just trying to pretty much do away with us. You know. So like, oh yeah,
Yeah, what you say is absolutely correct because the whole mission is to destroy the Lord's chosen people. Because if the Lord chooses a people and we get to a point where we are protected, there is nothing that they can do to us. Just imagine. Just imagine if you take just imagine your oppressor in you and we go to the lowest levels. We go to the lowest levels in life. We go to dribbling the ball. We go to running. We go to jumping. We will dominate them in everything. So what they do to hold their power, they'll give us a sport, Yaganan. They'll give us music. They'll give us the things that we're greatest at and pay us money to do those things so that you never fight for your brother. I heard Mike Epps the other day. He said he wants to do a cat. Cat Williams is saying everything he wants to say. But he said he could act and he could do comedy. So he doesn't want to destroy the things that he has. He doesn't want to F up his money. Continue reading. From discovering these lands in the name of the Spanish.
while Columbus' accidental discovery of the Caribbean islands
Yep.
during the 1942 voyage
You see, they
did
said accidental. It wasn't accidental. He knew who was there. Continue reading.
open a vast frontier and untold splendors of the New World to Europe. As Trump wrote in his proclamation, he has become a controversial figure for how he treated people who were already inhabiting the Americas.
The people who was already inhabiting the Americas. We're gonna drop this article, and I just need to pick up this next one real quick. I don't got a lot of time tonight. Got a million things on my plate, so we're gonna get through what we need to get through. We're going to go to was Columbus really that bad? No, he was worse. I'm gonna give you a little break. I'm gonna read this, all right?
Okay. Well,
It says on October 12th, 1492, Christopher Columbus landed on San Salvador, an island in present day Bahamas. Of the native Arawaks encountered there, Columbus wrote in his diary, they were well built. You see, this is the people I come from. The so called Tahinos before that, they were the Arawaks. So a lot of us Caribbeans, we come from the Arawaks and one other name. I can't remember. But all right, it says Columbus wrote in his diary, they were well built with good bodies and handsome features. That's how your oppressor looks at us. Look at this oppressor right here. You can see that, y'all get on?
Come.
That nigga thinks all of us are handsome.
Come.
Most definitely, right? Okay. It says of the Arawaks he encountered there, Columbus wrote in his diary, they were well built, good bodies, and handsome features. They do not bear arms, and they do not know them. For I showed them a sword. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance, right? Because we had weapons, we had spears and all that, but we made them out of something different. We didn't understand that steel, that sword that can cut. Because all, I'm just continue. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them to make them do whatever we want. That's what your oppressor, that's how your oppressor views you. That's how he looks at you. He looks at you like, since you're so humble, since you're so meek, since you're the people of the Bible, we can definitely oppress you, right? He later added, as soon as I arrived in the Indies on the first island, which I found, I took some of the natives by force in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. So as soon as he got there, he oppressed them, enslaved them for his own gain. That's what your oppressor does every day. You go to a job to build your oppressor's kingdom, right? Let me read this. On his way back from his first voyage, he penned a letter to their Catholic Highness Ferdinand and Isabella, promising as much gold as they want, spices and cotton as much as their highness shall command, and slaves as many as they shall order, who will be idolaters. The Bible does not. Leviticus, it tells us, right? The Bible doesn't want us to be idol worshippers. Everything that your oppressor do, it takes you away from God. That's what you have to understand. It said on the second voyage, Columbus established a settlement named La Isabella on the island called Hispaniola, right? That's Haiti and Dominican Republic. That's Hispaniola, right? In present day Haiti. He enslaved thousands of Arawaks there, working many deaths and failure to attempt to extract gold from the ground, contained but scant amounts of metals. So for gold, for gain, for these metals of the ground, they would do anything to you. He sent 500 slaves back to Spain. 200 perished on the journey. That's how they look at us. They look at us as those numbers. I'm going to take 500. 300 is going to make it. 200 is going to die, but it's still a good number because we come out on top. It said, let us in the name of the Holy Trinity go on, sending all slaves that can be sold. We have an exhaustive and gruesome first-hand account of the horrors of Columbus and his followers brought to the Caribbean from Bartolomé de la Casa, a Dominican priest who documented the experience in Cuba and elsewhere in histories of the Indies. In a book, Two de la Casas write endless testimonies, prove the mild and pacific temperament of the natives. See, we are mild and we are temperament. That's how they are able to do all of this. That's why we need God. That's why we need the power of God. That's why we need his strength. Because with his strength, then we will know that we are better than them and we can defeat them. But without the Most High, we prove to be mild and a pacific temperament, right? It said, but our works was to exasperate, ravage, kill, mangle, and destroy. Small wonder, then if they tried to kill one of us now and then, the Admiral Columbus, it is true. was blind as those who came after him, and he was so anxious to please the king that he would commit irreparable crimes against the Indians. Irreparable crimes is something that I can't get over. There is people that I love that you cannot do a certain thing to and that I could get over. That's why it says these things were irreparable. It says of the Arwats enslaved to work the mines, we hear, thus husbands and wives together only once every 8 or 9 months when they meet, they were so exhausted and depressed on both sides. Imagine not seeing your rib or your Ottawa for 8 or 9 months. It said they ceased to procreate. It makes you not even want to procreate, right? It says, as for a newly newborn, they died early because of their mothers, overworked and famished, had no milk to nurse them. And for this reason, while I was in Cuba, 7,000 children died in 3 months because you're worked so hard, because you're such a goddamn slave in America, because the white man is such a goddamn devil. In one place, 7,000 children died because their mother didn't have enough milk. In slavery, children died because their mother didn't have enough milk, because we had to give our milk to the devil. Right? It says some mothers even drowned their babies from sheer desperation. In this way, husbands died in the mines, wives died at work, and children died from lack of milk. In a short time, the land, this land which was so great, was so powerful and fertile, was depopulated. My eyes have seen these acts, foreign to human nature, and now I tremble as I write. You see these things going on, they're not according to nature, they're not according to God. It says, even Columbus, most sympathetic and famous biographer Harvard Samuel Eliot Morison, admitted almost in passing the cruel policy initiated by Columbus and pursued by his successor resulted in complete genocide. Columbus did not invent slavery, but he practiced it with a vengeance, appallingly enslaving of people conquered by Christians. This is Christianity. All those things that Charlie Kirk said, Donald Trump, his hate for you and God's chosen people, right? This is how we know that we are the true people of God. Because the people who say they're God, they will enslave you. Christians hate you. Real Christianity in America is white supremacy. That's what Christianity is, right? It says enslavement of people conquered by Christians, whether Muslims, African American, or Native American. It's like African blacks or Native Americans, which is explicitly approved in edicts from secession, from popes, from Nicholas V in 1455 and Alexander VI in 1493. All right, let me read this last part. It says the violence unleashed by Columbus and his followers, coupled with the disease that they transmitted, mostly influenza, which is the flu, smallpox, which they put in blankets, and measles, because they're just such dirty bastards, resulted in virtually an annihilation of Native Americans in the Caribbean within 100 years. That Columbus brought slavery, torture, rape, oh, they love to do that, in every part of the New World, it touched the inconvertible in his own words and those of contemporary observers, providing overwhelming evidence of these deprivations. Those who wish to venerate and commemorate Columbus as an interpreter and explorer must face his extensive, well-documented, gruesome dark side. So all you people who want to reverence him, who want to raise him up high, you're going to have to look at what he does. It said Italian Americans and all Americans can easily find a much more worthy historical figures to put on a pedestal. This is a devil. This is who's saying all that. Even this devil can realize how much of a devil that his people are. And with that, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Yagana.
Come right on, come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 6. For thou art in a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
If you're a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, no matter what happens to you, know you are better than every goddamn body else on the face of this earth. Give me Hosea 4 and 6.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, and verse 6.
Mhm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
It says, my people. That's possessive. The Lord is saying that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And because we have rejected the knowledge, we have also been rejected. Rejected. Continue reading.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
And
I will
see,
also
we haven't been no priests because we have forgotten the laws of thy God. You see, Christianity teaches you that the laws are done away with. But Hosea 4 and 6 is telling you that we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because we don't know the laws of God. Continue. And there was no priest. We was without priests for a long time until 1969 with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Continue reading.
seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Our children are forgotten. That's why we're not born in the truth. That's why our children are Philel Castile, the Trayvon Martin, the Emmett Till, the George Floyd. These are our children, right? And our children are forgotten because we have forgotten the laws of God. Let me get Amos. Amos chapter 5 and 21.
Book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 21. I hate, I despise your feast days.
I love them.
I hate, I despise your feast days.
It's only for the kids.
I hate, I despise your feast days.
See, the Most High, he said he hates and he despises your feast days. He cannot stand them. They are, your feast days are nothing to the Lord. Your feast days are an ordinary day. That's why we read Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha 33 and 9. To let you know that your feast days mean absolutely nothing. Right? Continue reading.
I hate, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
You see all that stuff you cooking? The Lord ain't smelling that and it's smelling good to him and he cares. Continue reading.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
You see, them peace offerings, you see, while you stand there and you pray, and you sing songs, and you pray over this turkey next month, the Lord is not going to accept it. It's not going to accept your peace offering. And that's why there's not going to be no peace in that house. Uncle Johnny and Uncle Ray Ray are going to fist fight. All your aunts are going to talk about each other. Everybody in that house is going to hate each other. Continue reading.
So, like in verse 23, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
And after you doing everything you do for your Thanksgiving and all your songs, then you're gonna go to Christmas. And you're gonna sing. And the Lord is not gonna hear you. While you screaming and singing, oh happy day, the Lord is not going to hear you. Okay? Let me get Colossians 2 and 8.
Shalaki, I don't want the Christians don't want to hear that. He ain't listening to that solo.
Oh we. Oh
They don't want to hear
we.
that.
They gotta have that solo.
Come, they gotta have that solo.
You gotta be on those drums, banging the hell out of those drums. Oh, you gotta be on that tambourine.
Come,
While
with
you
that bro-
texting your boyfriend, you banging that tambourine. Yakana.
come with that broken
Christian
wrist.
church. What'd you say?
Come with that broken wrist.
That's
Banging that
right.
tambourine.
Oh, that wrist be limp.
Yeah.
That wrist is for other men. That wrist is to be strong for your nation.
Come,
That wrist is for the pleasure of other men.
come.
Go ahead and read that. Colossians 2 and 8.
Book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
You see, all this Christopher Columbus is this American hero, and all this Charlie Kirk gets a day today, and all of this nonsense is us being spoiled through philosophy and vain deceit. Through nothingness, we are being destroyed. Continue reading.
After the tradition of men,
After what?
after the tradition of men.
The Lord has laid down the foundation. The Lord has laid down the foundation and the rules. So you should go after the tradition of the Most High and not after the tradition of men. You are reverencing Columbus because of the tradition of men. Continue.
After the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
You see, we go after the things of this world and not the things of Christ. Drop down to 21.
Verse 21.
This is what you should do with these things. This is exactly how you should handle these things. Go ahead.
Of Colossians chapter 2, verse 21. Touch not,
Mm,
taste not, handle
mm,
not,
mm. Have no parts of it. Have no doings with it. It is not important. You know what you better touch, taste, and handle? Every feast day that the Lord tells you to. That's what the hell you better do. I'm gonna get I'm probably gonna get one more and then we're gonna get up out of here. This is what you should do. First give me Job 9 and 24. Get a couple of things.
Book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's why you're able to have to serve your oppressor, right? That's why you have to go out here and you have to reverence these days. You have to do what they want you to do because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So Donald Trump, since he's so goddamn wicked and he has the earth in his hand, he can say the hell with Indigenous Day. This is Columbus Day because Columbus is honorable because of how many of you how much blood his people shed and how many of you he enslaved. Continue reading.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
They cover the faces of the judges thereof. You know how many $5 Indians there are? Do they cover up the faces? Continue.
If not, where and who is he?
And if not, who and where is he? This is talking about the devil. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The white man is the devil. You have to learn to say that more and more. You're gonna have to say that. You got to go out there and stand on that. Now let me get Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
God loves everybody.
Never trust thine enemy.
We all bleed red.
Never trust thine enemy.
We all put our pants on one leg at a time.
Never trust thine enemy.
But Christ died for everybody.
Never trust thine enemy.
We should never trust our enemy. See, that's what we do. We trust our enemy. And since we trust our enemy, we are destroyed. We are destroyed because of the love we have for white people, for Africans, for East Indians, for all these other nations. Continue reading.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
You see, like that iron rusted, so is his wickedness. If you take metal and you get one little piece of rust, that rust will compromise all of the metal. That's how your oppressor is. If you let one in, it will compromise your whole nation. Continue reading.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou hast be into him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether.
This is
wiped
a
away.
perfect scripture for the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You need this in your arsenal because this is the only place in the world where we have wiped that looking glass. Go home, put some fog in your window glass and see if you can see through it. And then how it's blurry and distorted, then blow some more fog in there and wipe it away. That is the ISUPK. That is the men, women, and children in here that we could see right through that looking glass. Continue reading.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
You see, you can never set him by you. You can never trust him because his whole mission is to destroy you. Continue reading.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts?
What the Bible is saying is if you put yourself in danger, nobody's going to pity you. That's what we have to understand. And with that, we're going to close out the class, right? This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the command of General Yohana. Let's get some courtesy salutes for the brothers. So with that, Amazium. Men of Israel, Amazium, Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yah Shapragata.
Ah,
Yazamata, we're going to turn, soar, face the sisters. Sisters rise, men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Latam Ba Shem Yah Shah. Yazamata, dismiss.
Tawada had a one mighty class.
Most High Christ. Hold on, give me one quick second. One quick second. In the stream.